Whatever this creature is,
coming out of Hillary Clinton's mouth.
It grabs people's attention, but this here screams Black Mirror activity.
Now, the few times I've heard my co-host Chaps talk about Yemen, he always brings up Socotra Island.
Yes.
Did you have a chance to go there?
I did. Socotra Island.
Wow.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It looks like the Lorax made it.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Glad to grow, helps Glad to get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you watching TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. Don't forget to hype and share the video as well before we get rocking, man. Don't forget, today, let's try to be better than we was yesterday. That's my advice, but I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
3 things I cannot wrap my head around in this timeline. Number 1, in 4 months, it will be 2027. Yes, in 4 months, it can be 2027. 2027 in 4 months. What did you do last Easter? Say it right now in the comments. What did you do last Easter? I can't remember. I feel like it was like March last month, but in 4 months, it is going to be 2027. 2019 was 8 years ago. 2019 was 8 years. 2019 feels like a different world, a different lifetime, but 8 years? I don't remember it being 8 years ago. Maybe 5, maybe 4, but 8 years, almost a decade. I don't know. Am I bugging? Am I tripping? Is it wild? Let me know. Hold on, stop, think. Is time moving faster, or these big gaps of time? Or is there just so much stimulation and so many events happening with the internet and social media that everything is getting jarbled up? I can't tell the difference. I'm being honest. I cannot tell the difference, but it seems fast.
Not gonna lie, that 4 months away from 27, that shit is I hate to be that person, but I'm gonna say AI. I hate to be that person. Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. Good? Oh, yeah. Chill, we gotta relax. Thank you.
So I'm convinced that these are all got some type of cloak technology to make these look like regular human beings. Because look at this shit. Boy, it's reptilian. Look at that shit right there, dog. Reptilian like a That's a whole monster under that mother. That's some spooky shit. They live like a mother. Look at that mother. Is that dog? You got a hose all in your face. This I don't like this shit. Like now, if they all got, look at that shit. He got a head in the back of his head. They all got to be in on this shit. There's no way neither one of you motherfuckers, they gonna show him again. Neither one of you motherfuckers in this building is a real motherfucker. Y'all all the letter V. All you motherfuckers. This shit is crazy. Look at that shit. Whole face just transforming like a mother. They got a cloak or something, dog. I'm trying to tell you, these motherfuckers are not real people. And these motherfuckers controlling and running everything. You evil.
So no one's really talking about it, but a rocket booster hit the moon last night, right? They said it was like 8,000 pounds, moving 7 times the speed of sound. Is the moon okay? Is the oceans all right? Are we good?
Denver International Airport is the most monstrous conspiracy theory. I don't know whether to start with the fact that it's twice the size of Boston, Miami, and San Francisco, or that every several months during construction they switched contractors so that no one knows the full layout of the airport. Not to mention there's at least 5 buildings that they decided to bury, and there's potentially hundreds of underground bunkers. So I'll just start it off simply with the terrifying artwork in this airport. Denver Airport welcomes you with this inviting 32-foot, 9,000-pound statue of this demonic horse with red eyes nicknamed Lucifer. This possessed statue essentially its creator when a piece of it fell off during construction and severed its artery. A lot of people believe that it represents one of the 4 horsemen who will usher in the apocalypse, which seems far-fetched until you see the artwork they have in the Denver airport. What better way to get in the mood for a flight than to walk past this mural of a soldier stabbing a dove holding a rifle standing over unconscious children? The gas mask and decaying city are also a nice touch. Phone is rebelling because it was supposed to update months ago and I keep putting it off, so it won't let me post the second even more terrifying picture, but I'll post it tomorrow along with even crazier stuff.
Something feels off about this entire Joe Fells situation. Joe Fells was an influencer who suddenly passed on August 3rd at just 40 years old. And as of now, his cause of death still hasn't been publicly released. Joe had been collecting rare sacred last editions of ancient books, and was in the process of scanning them and uploading them online for free. Joe believed many of these books contained inconsistencies with the modern version of history, and revealed information that most people have never seen. He was also digging into topics like free energy. He also shared a lot of Bibles that, according to him, Joe Fells talked a lot about future plans and how he was healthy, which is what made his passing even more shocking to many of his followers. Supporters online revealed that Joe Fells was prepared to release more of these books right before his passing. Another strange thing I noticed is Joe's girlfriend has been the one posting on his page lately. Because not only is she posting on his page, but she's saying things that Joe didn't even align with. And then what makes it even weirder is when you go to fellsbooks.com, the place where you would expect to find all of these book scans. The entire website is blank. There is nothing there when you try to register for free. Now, I am not saying anything for sure, but this whole situation is not sitting right with me. And the more I look into this, the less it adds up.
Does this look weird to anybody? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Prayers to his family. Rest in peace. Shit. Like I say, time is valuable and life be short. What's y'all thoughts? Let me know where y'all coming from with it, because it's still a touchy subject. Somebody has lost their life. Somebody's not here no more. Family is still feeling away. I don't want to say the wrong shit, but I'm curious on y'all thoughts. You get what I mean? I want to see more evidence, more context before I say too much. You get what I mean? Let me know.
Here, check this out, family. Look, I understand advertisement, it grabs people attention, but this here screams Black Mirror activity, some Stranger Things, because why the do they have a actual man inside a billboard in Los Angeles say, how long can you survive? What is really going on? But y'all let me know what y'all think and feel about this in the comments on Funnel Grade. Shit is crazy.
This place doesn't add up. This is the Kalasa Temple in India. Now pay attention to this one, guys, because the Matrix tells us this entire place was carved from one slab of stone, that it was hand chiseled from the top down. Who honestly believes that? What you're seeing here is laser technology. In order to make this place, 400,000 tons of rock had to be excavated and removed, and yet none of this rock has ever been found or discovered. This is all from one stone. We're talking multi-level halls, perfectly carved pillars, symmetrical structures, even bridges. All these rooms and intricate details built from the top down. By hand. There wasn't room for a single mistake. One wrong strike and the entire structure is ruined. Now, according to fake history, we're told this place was built in only 18 years. Cultural legends say 7 days, but let's just assume 18 years. If 400,000 tons were removed, that is between 400 million and 800 million pounds of stone that just had to somehow vanish. Now let's assume 7,000 workers worked like robots, non-stop, 12 hours a day, for 18 years. Break that down and you're looking at them removing 60 tons per day. That's 5 tons per hour, by hand. And that's just the excavation. What about the time taken for designing, mapping the top down, the intricate carvings, engineering load distribution? Crazy part is, people would just say, oh, they had a lot of time in those days. Look, time doesn't create mastery. Time doesn't explain precision. And a lot of workers does not equal quality. Quantity never means quality. For them to accomplish this perfect degree of engineering, every individual there would have had to have been some superhuman master stonemason. This is also just one network of an entire system known as the Ellora Caves. Just 1 in 34. There's no way we did this with hammer and chisel. That's fake history. That's even impossible now. To chisel basalt rock, you need tools significantly stronger than rock itself. And there's only 2 modern examples. Tungsten carbide chisels, which weren't really invented until the mid-1800s, and diamond cut tools, which were rarely used or distributed then. And this is all from laser technology. Lasers. That or some form of highly advanced technology that's either been lost or being hidden from us. Now you might have thought history was boring, but that's only because you've been given a fake history designed to hide an incredible past.
The most suspicious thing I've ever seen. The top image is a map of people who have mysteriously gone missing, a large portion of which have been children, and the bottom map is America's largest cave systems, and a lot of this overlaps with national forests. It gets weirder with the stories of children who have gone missing and then reappeared mysteriously. The first story is from 2010 when a 3-year-old boy was staying with his grandparents at a cabin in Mount Shasta, which by the way is one of the most active hotspots for weird disappearance. The boy's grandparents were watching him as he played in the backyard, but they looked away for allegedly just a moment, and when they looked back, the boy was gone. No screaming, no struggle, just vanished. The grandparents, friends, and family began to immediately comb through the forest and look everywhere for him with absolutely no sign. After a couple hours, the boy was found miles away in an area with such tough terrain, adults had a hard time getting there without gear, and it was too far for a toddler to walk in that amount of time, even on a flat paved road. Even stranger is that the boy had not a single scratch or bug bite, mark, dirt. He had no sunburn, literally no evidence he'd been exposed to the elements. No one has been able to come up with a semi-plausible human way he could have gotten there, but even crazier is the story he told of what happened. The boy said he was taken to a cave by his grandmother, but he knew something was off about her. Her eyes were mechanical, and he called her his robot grandmother. He claimed that the cave was filled with floating purses, spiders crawling all over the walls, and people not moving, scattered all about. He was laid on a glass table for observation and told something along the lines that he was made from the stars, and when he started to get nervous, he said his robot grandma let him leave, and that's when he was found. So many stories like this. Let me know if you want more.
Man, my in the comments. Stay weird.
Hell yeah, that shit's a simulation, bro. You could feel it.
There are formal written agreements between the US government and a group of extraterrestrials who we like to call the reptilians, in exchange for tech help, that the reptilians are using the American secret space program as a mercenary lapdog force, as a lapdog mercenary force to shoot down the ETs that are being flown by the good guys. Because if you give the tech to the American secret space program and say, go out and shoot down those ships, the good guys are not going to fire back, because they're here to try to help humanity, to release this humanity from this essentially a prison that we're in here.
So Perez Hilton, this is kind of interesting. Let me pull this up because people are trying to find out what happened to him. He almost unalived himself. And then he's like naked.
I know naked we can't do.
You can't see it right here, but he's on TikTok lives. He was like cutting himself and I don't know what going on.
That shit is crazy.
You guys haven't heard that he completely crashed out. I don't know exactly what happened. He was on TikTok live for like 30 minutes, cutting himself, covered in blood. People were trying to figure out like what was going on. And this is an interesting comparison too. This just came out not too long ago. Well, this is fake, so this is fine.
Oh, this is the video.
That video that just came out, right? Yeah. So you guys see that. So that's Ariana Grande. So it's kind of weird.
I'll wait for you to go.
We see that, but he was bloody, she was bloody, and that just came out just a couple days ago, and then that happened.
Well, you know, Ariana Grande has actually on camera said that she's a witch, right? Like clear as day.
What?
Oh yeah, she's actually said, I'm a witch. And she said, I'm the witchiest of witches. She's actually said this shit. I saw it last night and couldn't believe my ears or my eyes.
Somebody said it looks like spirit cooking. Yeah, it actually does. If you look at Abramovich, she does the spirit cooking. She works with a lot of celebrities. So this looks something of the sorts as well. Does all this weird shit. These are ritualistic colors, black, white, and red all the time. So it's not a coincidence. People are trying to figure out what happened to him. Don't know. I do find it interesting that his whole job back in the day was to expose celebrities, all their gossip, all the stuff, and then down the line, this happens. And it's just strange timing because Ariana Grande was covered in blood just like him, and it happens in real life.
Well, you know, the video is about her not being good enough. Like the little bosses or whatever, they would tell her, oh yeah, you almost got it. Yeah, come back, come back. So she goes back auditioning. And then in the video, she actually takes a chainsaw to
What?
Yeah, she kills everybody that was judging and then goes out to the other people that were auditioning and they're cheering. They're like, yay, because she killed them all.
So what is it called?
PEDEL. And literally she kills them in the video and then comes out to applause.
Is this some type of ritual? Some type of connection?
Survey says yes.
Oh, somebody says she's mocking the movie Carrie. Aren't they doing a remake?
Well, they already did that.
Oh, yeah.
They are?
Yep.
Damn, they won't let this shit go.
Look at this. Carrie. Yeah. Upcoming series.
Because Carrie was masterclass in humility. Like that's all they did to Carrie with the grand finale with the bucket of blood at the end at the prom.
Perez Hilton was in the hospital for 3 weeks recently and was speaking out how he found God.
Big G or little G. You could be God all you want. Which God you talking about?
We got to get Lottie back in here to read her aura. Because I know she did Selena Gomez, so we got to get her aura reading.
I can tell you now, she said it out of her own mouth. I am a witch.
The video of that Lynn police officer trying to perform a traffic stop when he can barely stand, is just, have you seen it yet? It's all over TikTok. So he pulls someone over, and the person who he pulled over is recording him, and he's like falling. Now, I don't know if he's drunk or if he's on rugs. Then a few other police officers come over who obviously are his buddies, and they're trying to cover for him, and they're like, oh, he has a bad back and he took some pain pills and he's fine. And the whole time, the person who got pulled over is just recording. The cop can barely stand. The person who's pulled over is saying, like, if I was him, you guys would have me in the back of that car so fast. Why isn't he getting in trouble for driving under the influence? He drove here and pulled me over. He can't even stand up. And the cops were just being dismissive and, you know, whatever. I'm not saying that all cops are bad cops, but what I'm saying is good cops don't help cover things up for bad cops.
Don't just believe everything you're told, okay? It's very, very important to keep asking questions, and as long as you keep doing that, then the illusion will eventually fall to pieces.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for takeoff, please turn off all electronic devices.
Why?
What's that?
Well, why do we have to turn off our electronic devices?
Because they can interfere with the plane's navigation.
Oh, okay.
So anyway...
How?
What's that?
How do they interfere with the plane's navigation?
Oh, because the electronic signals can interfere with the signals between the plane and the radio tower on takeoff and landing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Let's all make sure that our seats are fully upright.
Wait. I mean, I get why I can't have a radio or whatever, but how is my Kindle gonna screw things up?
That's a good question.
It's not just about radios. All devices have an electromagnetic field that can interfere with the radio frequencies.
Okay, that's good.
All right, please make sure that all tray tables are... Wait, so you're saying that a $90 million aircraft can't ignore the signal from my $40 iPod Shuffle? That's weird.
She's right. That is weird.
Yeah, now I'm confused again.
If they're so dangerous, why do you allow devices on the plane and not, I don't know, gels?
Yeah, could I hold this plane hostage with my 3DS? Some devices are more dangerous than others, but there isn't enough time to go through them one by one.
I mean, how come the plane doesn't interfere with my phone?
And why don't the other phones interfere with my phone?
I just always leave my phone on and nothing happens.
You can't! Everybody, no! All electronic devices have to be turned off.
I can't turn off my pacemaker.
Why do y'all think phones need to be turned off? I want to hear everybody's perspective and opinion on that one.
Now, the few times I've heard my co-host Chaps talk about Yemen, he always brings up Socotra Island.
Yes.
Did you have a chance to go there?
I did. Socotra Island.
Wow.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It looks like the Lorax made it.
Yes, it is. It has trees that look like umbrellas or broccoli, like you're in the enchanted broccoli forest. They're extraordinary, these trees. They were my favorite thing about the island was the trees. But also while I was there, I got the chance to do some spelunking. So
Love spelunking.
I love it. And I got to go into these caves. And they have some caves that are so deep. There's lakes underneath them. You can swim in these underground lakes. It's very untouched, and it's so remote that a lot of news doesn't make it to Socotra Island from the mainland or from anywhere else. And I met people there who had no idea what happened on September 11th, 2001 in the U.S. Like they'd literally never heard of it. I mean, I was talking to these people and it came up in conversation and they said, what's that? What happened? And I was stunned that...
Yeah, it's stunning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to find anywhere on the planet right now that's not connected to the rest of the world.
I need to learn this. I need to learn all about it.
She helped deliver a baby that was born with a full set of teeth and also flew around the room. Normally for Spooky Scary Storytime, I'm able to categorize stories. I don't know what to make of this one. Regardless, I'm going to share it. It came from someone named Dolly, and she says her grandmother told her this story, and her grandmother was not the type to make up tall tales. She was not a whimsical woman by any means, but she was raised in a holler in West Virginia in an area that was steeped with mountain traditions and Celtic lore. So make of this what you will. The area where Dolly's grandmother grandmother was raised was called Little Heart, in case anyone's familiar with this specific region. But when she was about 14 years old, she was working as an assistant to a local midwife, going around the town and delivering babies. And this would have taken place in about the 1940s. But they get a call, and there is a young girl in town who is about to deliver a baby. But for some reason, this young girl is known as a witch throughout these hollers. And Dolly says her grandmother never went into detail about why this young girl was known as a witch, but mountain superstitions were rampant in these parts, especially at this time. We get to the house, and this girl and her family are extremely poor. This house is little more than a shack with dirt floors. And Dolly's grandmother told her that this baby took forever to be born, which is not that unusual. Labor can be a long and grueling process, but when the baby finally was born, they cut the cord, and the baby, who was born completely in caul, meaning the baby was born inside the unbroken amniotic sac, then took flight around the room before eventually hitting a wall and falling to the floor. The baby did not survive, but when they inspected the baby, they found that it was born with a full set of teeth. And as all of this happened, everyone, so Dolly's grandmother, the midwife, and the girl who had just delivered the baby, were screaming. No one knew how to make sense of what was happening. After that, no one saw the girl in town again. She and her family apparently packed it up and left this area. So Dolly said her grandmother wasn't sure about what became of her, but she did know the baby was not allowed to be buried in consecrated ground. When Dolly asked her grandmother what she believed happened to the baby, her grandmother only told her that she believed that babies like that were born of vampiric spirits and that they were not allowed to live past birth. And Dolly says this story always just bothered her, and she's sharing this to see if there's anyone else out there with grandparents perhaps who have deep mountain roots who know how to make sense of this story. She described her grandmother as an extremely honest woman who was never known to lie, so she had no reason to believe that she wasn't telling her the truth. So she's saying if anyone else out there has similar stories or things they've heard from their own family members who were raised in similar areas, let her know. She'll be seeing the comments. If you have a spooky scary story time or just something strange and unusual that has been passed down to you, let us know. We would love to hear.
Morbid Facts, Part 1020. Cosplayer Mary Ann Oliver Snow, aka Yandere Freak, had built an online audience of more than 1.6 million followers before a single mistake changed everything. During a night of drinking with friends in 2021, she handled a handgun that she believed was unloaded after removing the magazine. When her friend Hannah Rose Hastings jokingly said, "Shoot me," Mary Ann pointed the gun at her and pulled the trigger, unaware a live round was still in the chamber. Helen was killed instantly. Mary Ann was charged with manslaughter, but later reached a plea deal that allowed her to avoid prison time. Instead, she was sentenced to 10 years of probation. Prosecutors allege Los Angeles man Raheem Powell used this incredibly lifelike silicone mask to disguise himself as a white man while using dating apps to lure men to isolated locations. He's accused of one man in 2021, is charged in the connection of another man who disappeared in 2023, whose car was later found in Powell's garage, and allegedly robbed and ran over a third victim who survived and later identified him to police. Investigators say the realistic mask allowed Powell to hide his identity in plain sight, and he now faces multiple attempted murder and robbery charges.
I just wanted to I wanted to reiterate a message. If you see something and you're just now figuring it out, just learning it, don't feel bad. There's a whole lot of clips that I just be still getting familiar with. Rabbit holes, I'm still taking my research down. Shit that I still don't know about, that I'm still learning. It's all good. If you get a comment, you see somebody talking down upon something you might not have known, it's all good. It's your journey, bro. Everybody go at their own pace. Everybody learn how to tie their shoes at a different age, different time frame, all that shit. It goes that way for knowledge too. It goes that way for growth too. Just keep that in mind. That's my message. Let me know y'all thoughts, bro.
This police in Wisconsin used a flock camera to track a man who traveled to Michigan, where marijuana is fully legal, then back to Wisconsin, where it is not legal. Then they proceeded to use his travel across state lines as the probable cause justification to search his car for, and he was arrested. This story is crazy, and it's according to 404 Media. They essentially used his across state lines travel as pretext to search his vehicle. This man was going to Michigan, goes to Michigan regularly. There's nothing wrong with driving to a state where marijuana is legal to purchase and use. Well, knowing that he's going to Michigan, they tracked him. And then when he got back into Wisconsin, they were like, well, you know what? We're going to use that as justification, because they knew that he was probably going to Michigan for purposes. And so they then used that as justification to arrest him in Wisconsin for marijuana possession, searched his car, found and arrested him. This is nuts. Nuts. Spread the word. Follow for more.
Sometimes the nicest people you meet smoke, drink, curse, and the most evil people you meet go to church every Sunday. That's why I stopped judging people by what they look like on the outside. Real character shows in how someone treats you when nobody's watching. It shows in their intentions, their loyalty, their integrity. So before you judge someone based on how they live, ask yourself how they love, how they move, and how they show up when it actually counts.
She is talking some
is literally the reason why I went down the rabbit hole in the first place 13 years ago. So the fact that she's going on national television and saying that she has no ties to girl, I don't know who you're trying to fool, because the video that I saw of you, I can't even say what she was doing on this app right now, but it was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life, and it changed my life forever. It was that video, the John Podesta video, and the picture of Obama in the silver owl suit. Those were the three things that started this whole thing for me. And it just really sucks that we were called crazy and conspiracy theorists when we were telling people this, because I had another TikTok with over 107,000 followers, but because I was putting this stuff out there, it got banned. Like, can I have my TikTok back now? Because I don't put lies out there. But Hillary, what? You're like main culprit number one.
What is coming out of Hillary Clinton's mouth?
Alright guys, before the comments become a political battleground with people debating different opinions, this video has nothing to do with politics at all, and just has to do with this video itself. This is a TikTok video that I was tagged in that shows Hillary Clinton talking at what I believe to be some sort of rally. Before drinking this water, Hillary was coughing for about 2 to 3 minutes, and you can see that in the background right here, there's a sort of green substance that shoots out of her mouth. Now this video right here tied into the whole reptilian movement, saying that a lot of our major politicians are reptiles. And I've got to admit, the first time I watched this, I was very puzzled as to what this could be. A lot of people thought this might be phlegm that she was coughing up, but it seems a little bit too dense to be phlegm. After doing a reverse image check though, the original video right here does not show this green phlegm. And for context, the original video here was posted the day of the event, which means I believe that this whole entire thing was just edited. To whoever edited this though, hats off, because this does look pretty realistic.
As bad as I wanted that damn video to be real, it's not. And we're gonna post the truth. We're gonna let everybody see that was true. She still got some other shit she gotta answer for them questions. Maybe she won't answer, but we question it though. You get what I'm getting at.
Let me just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I know we all witnessed, or we know what happened with Perez Hilton last night. I did not watch it. I'm not going to watch it, even though my curiosity told me twice to look it up. God told me no. Don't look at that. I was in bed last night, and my friend Samantha was texting me, and she was letting me know what was going on, and my first response to her was, that's a demon. Now, hold on. I'm not saying that mental illness is not a thing. I'm not saying that some things you have to have medicine to help. I'm not saying that at all. Not everything is demonic, but not everything is medical. Not everything is a disease. You see, Satan attacks your mentality. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That's his main goal. And he's not going to take a knife and put it in you himself. No, he's going to make you think that you need to do it yourself. He whispers lies into your mind. You're not good enough. Nobody loves you. You're never going to be who you think you're going to be. Go ahead and end it. Nobody's going to miss you. That is the devil. And a lot of people that, when I say a lot of people, people who don't read the Bible, you're not going to know what that looks like because you don't study the Bible and you don't know what spiritual warfare really looks like. That man last night had a demon with him. And the reason why I say that is because he was trying to get closer to God, but he was still wishy-washy with it. And the reason I say that is because in his profile name, it had Perez and an evil eye. Well, you know the evil eye is satanic. It is. And he was still in and out of the world, in and out of the world, in and out of Hollywood. We all know Hollywood is corrupt and evil. We know that. We know that. Anybody who has the Holy Spirit, when you heard the news, that was your first thought. That's a demon. Because we see things different than y'all see them. If you're not a believer in Christ and you don't read the Bible, you're not going to see it that way. You're going to see, oh, this man needs to be in a psych ward. And I'm not denying that he don't need help. He does need help. But he also could have called on God. Because anybody who has the Holy Spirit with them would have had them thoughts in their head. If the devil started saying that stuff to them and they had them thoughts in their head, they would have hit their knees and they would have started begging, God, get this away from me. Take these thoughts out of my mind in Jesus' name. That's what he should have done. That's what most people would have done who's got the Holy Spirit. I think that he was still a beginner and he didn't know. I think that he was still involved with Hollywood, and I think the devil just got a hold of his mind. Again, I'm not trying to say that every time I see somebody with a mental illness, I think it's a demon. No, I don't. I can see a woman that had a baby and has postpartum. I don't think that's a demon. Somebody who went to war and saw some traumatic stuff and come home with PTSD, I don't think that's a demon. Somebody who was S8 as a child and has trauma now, no, I don't think that's a demon. I think the person that did that to you had a demon, but I don't think you have a demon from the trauma that you suffered. But what went on last night, if you were like me, you read the Bible, trying to grow your relationship with Christ, even though you mess up every day, you knew when you heard the news, either last night or this morning, you knew that that was demonic. Now, I ain't got answers to why it happened. I don't have answers to that. Only the Lord knows. But I need everyone to understand that spiritual warfare is real. It is a real thing. Demons are real. If you read the Bible, you see many demonic attacks, and these demons obey Jesus. They tremble at his name. Jesus walks up to this one dude. This dude's possessed, and he's by the tombs, and Jesus goes up to him. Jesus knows it's a demon, you know. And Jesus is like, hey, what's your name? Jesus knows he's not talking to the man. And the demon replies and says, we are legion because we are many. That dude had not one, not two, not three, but multiple demons in him. Jesus said, leave this man. Mary Magdalene, possessed by 7 demons. Demonic possession has been going on since the beginning of time. And you're just now witnessing it on a live TikTok. And it's going to happen again. As we get closer to Jesus' return, the veil is getting thin. And everything evil is getting exposed. But hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you what I see. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that agree with me. And I'm sure there's going to be some of you that say, oh, well, science says this. Well, I don't care about what science says. I know what the Bible says. You know, the Bible also says that my people perished from...
Did you know that someone yawning near you isn't just contagious, but it's your ancient human ancestors trying to let everyone else around them silently know that their guard is dropping because they're about to fall asleep and everyone else's guard also has to be up? This was something researchers found when studying prides of lions. Also, did you know that when you instinctively get goosebumps when something spooks you is your body trying to perk up fur that you don't have anymore in order to look larger than what's presumably trying to hurt or kill you? Also, did you know that crying isn't just an emotional release, but it can make people lower their aggression towards you, like on a chemical level. Also, your brain is built to assume danger before anything else. That's why you feel like there's someone behind you right now, or someone in the dark behind you, or that rustling in a bush is definitely something coming to get you. Also, that feeling of disgust towards a stranger that looks sick is trying to prevent you from also falling ill and then dying. So like that's why some people can't stand the sight of vomit or decay or sick people. Also, did you know that your brain can spot a snake in the grass before you even know that you have like flinched yet? This is because for millions of years snakes were eating our ancestors. Also, that feeling of like falling during your sleep is because your brain thinks you just fell out of a tree and that you're dying. Anyways, that's what I learned tonight. Goodbye, the end.
Did you know that reptilians and Draco, the blood sacrifices, the whole Luciferian thing, the kids being killed and eaten, I mean, that humans have been eaten and taken off planet, etc., and used for slaves in other colonies, etc.
I hate to say that, but that's far worse than what you've just said.
It's far worse.
Yes, far worse.
Yeah.
And that the whole blood situation it's unbelievable. And
right.
I don't know how we say that to the public. I don't know how. Well, wait a minute, just a second. On that part of this whole subject, to me, if we get into that, and I know all about it, far more than, all right, when we get into that, if we release it, 70-80% of everybody that listens to your program is going to say, you're smoking pot. I don't believe that, and I don't believe anything you people talk about on extraterrestrial. And it's going to kill what disclosure is trying to do. That's my opinion.
The pedophilia is starting to be exposed everywhere. You know that much.
Yeah, but you know the part that I don't want to talk about.
A video of a group of teenage girls attacking another girl with epilepsy is being pushed onto millions of feeds uncensored, and this is much more disturbing than you thought. People were terrified after a group of girls reportedly forced another girl to drink, knowing it could leave her uncontrollably seizing on the floor, with the clip showing them starting to attack her while she was still shaking. Some swearing you can hear them even say that they wanted to end her, with the very graphic footage being shown completely uncensored. Haunting reports show the girl in the video named Audrey is now speaking out herself, claiming she ended up in the hospital the same night, and then weeks later she discovered that she was also pregnant while they forced her to drink, hurt, and threatened to take her life.
I seen the original video first thing in the AM on Seti Nash page.
Some of y'all just don't care, and it shows. Why would you take your grown ass to a child pool, like a family pool for little children? Why would you take your big grown ass to a child's pool and then go out there half naked? And when I say half naked, what I mean is one string up the ass and little stickers over your nipples. And there are little children out there. If you would like to dress like that, why not take your ass to an all-adult pool? It's like there is no consideration for children anymore at all. And I don't how you dress. Like I said, if you're an adult, you know, it's not my cup of tea, but do what you do. Y'all are begging for attention so bad that y'all don't even think about the people that are around. Like I said, children, little children, should not be subjected to your funky ass and your star-covered nipples. Y'all need to do better. Attention is not important that we have to have little children looking at your ass cheeks. It's just ridiculous. Have some class. Do that shit with all adults. Don't do that shit in front of little kids. It's sickening. Yeah, good day.
Like I said before, there's some shit kids just should not be exposed to.
I just watched this video of this man cutting himself. So the guy Perez Hilton go live and he just started doing some of the weirdest shit ever. I mean, he really takes the weapon and starts slicing himself like he was a piece of meat. He did all this shit on TikTok live. But of course, you know TikTok took down the video, but you can find it somewhere. But anytime I see stories like this, you know what I think about? Black Mirror. I mean, like, damn, is Black Mirror really manifesting into our real reality? You ever seen the episode Common People? This episode was dealing with two people, a husband and a wife. She got hurt and the husband had to do everything possible to get her medication. And what did he do? He started going live. He started drinking his own urine on live. The man started pulling his teeth out on live. Just for money. Now, I'm not saying he did this for money because I'm like, goddamn, like, shit was kind of brutal. But so many people be seeking attention and they know they got to do some of the craziest shit to get it. And I guess by going live, cutting yourself, I mean, you got it. You got recognized. But I want people to understand that we are really living in a spiritual battle. This shit, not normal. Making TV shows like this, not normal. Let me tell you how this spiritual war really work. Because, of course, we can't see the spirits that's hurting us. If these demonic spirits can't get to you, they will use people that's close to you to get to you. A lot of times people are weak-minded, and these spirits love weak-minded, gullible people. So I don't know if this was him doing this or something got into him that made him do this. But it really do feel...
I gotta check Black Mirrors out. I hear y'all tell me to.
So you still think the earth is round, right? Like they told you. Have you ever really looked at these types of details before on your own without listening to what somebody is telling you. You learn that water is not curving in a ball. You learn that this ocean is not curving. Nowhere can they show you a curvature of the ocean. To put it simply, just think about sea level. What does that mean? That means that it's level at a specific height. That means if you are 100 feet above sea level, there's one height for sea level. You're 100 feet above that. Sea level isn't curving always, because then it wouldn't be level. It wouldn't make any sense. It's not called sea curvature. It's called sea level. And that's because it's at one specific height. And it stays at that height all the way across the plane. If it was changing and curving, there would never be anything so-called sea level. It would always be changing and curving with the earth like a ball. You can't measure the exact height of the part of the ball that's curving all the way in a circle. It's always curving. There isn't a measurable spot to it. But if you have a flat brick, you can measure the height of that from whatever distance you want to. And again, just remember, a level uses water in it because water always will level out. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about this water that is wrapped around this ball and all this gravity is apparently pulling this water in. But you learn that sea level doesn't make sense on a round earth. So until we have a logical explanation for this, I have to pick a side, and I'm going to have to go against this here.
Let me ask you something, okay? I want you to look at this water. Look at how vast this ocean is. Like, look at the freaking giant boat tipping in this. Do y'all remember when Congress was like, literally made a statement and was like, oh, there's a presence in the ocean? And everyone just glossed over that. These people know way more than they're letting on. I'm telling you that right now. It's not a coincidence that so many stories are out there from like Navy men and Navy women that they've seen things in the water. They've seen these sirens that people say are fake. There's a reason why there was a whole, allegedly, a whole thing about elites wanting to consume sirens. And I don't think it's a coincidence that there is a Japanese folklore that the Ningyo, which are the Japanese sirens, if you consume their flesh, you get immortality. What are the elites always looking for? Immortality. They don't want to die. They want to keep their riches. They want to be here on earth. Listen, you cannot convince me, mind you, the earth is more water than it is land. If we got crazy stuff that we still don't freaking know about, like the Appalachian Mountains, hello, for one, the woods, the Alaskan Triangle, where 20,000 people have just disappeared without a trace, the cave systems, all of the Paris catacombs, the underwater caves, well, I guess I was talking about land, but regardless, there is so much that we don't know about, like, just the land. Genuinely imagine the ocean. Like, I don't think that it's just sea animals out there. And if you think about it, if you actually really think about it, like, put your tinfoil hat on just a little bit, you'll realize that it's actually not tinfoil to think that there are other creatures out there. Like, humanoid creatures. I mean, the Soviet Navy found humanoid creatures in Lake Baikal, the deepest freshwater lake, not even ocean. It's documented. It's not that tinfoil to think that there's something else out there. Like, how cocky are we to be like, oh yeah, we're the only ones here, you know? Anyway, random video. As always, make sure you like and follow. If you love to hyperfixate on random things, you will love it here. Comment down below if you want to talk more about the ocean.
Not gonna lie, Kelly Lorraine, legend.
Joe Phelps was about to upload all the Bibles that he had found that were older than 200 years online so that everyone could take a look at them 4 days before he was about to upload these Bibles online and actually like copy them. Because if you guys don't know, they're getting rid of a lot of older books. He gets taken out. And these books had information about Freemasonry. These books had information about technology that we currently don't even know about, that was, used back then. I mean, like cathedrals, free energy, all these things were in those books, in those older Bibles. But he gets taken out 4 days before all the information is given out to everybody. you know, there's got to be something sinister behind that. There's got to be something, there's got to be a power that wants all that information hidden. And people are asking the same question, but we still don't know what even killed him. We don't even know the cause of his death.
This is what's left when you leave this earth. Your truck in the driveway, your boat in the driveway, your lawnmower, your house, it all stays behind. This man has been coming over while I was working on this house. He's been over a good handful of times we've chatted. The last conversation that we had was about 2 weeks ago. And he was like, well, you're about done with that house. Yes, sir, I sure am. He's like, well, you think you find a lady that's lonely, that needs a partner to sell it to? Tell her I've got plenty of time and company to give, or something along those lines. He must have been in his 80s, I'm not sure. I'm not really good with judging age. But he's gone now. And he passed away a lonely man. Had all the stuff, the boat, the mower, the house, the truck. Didn't take any of it with him. People just, y'all have it wrong. Like, we're not living on this earth for material things. We are literally souls. And there's nothing more sad than a lonely soul. It's just so sad.
Okay.
You can only be born one time.
One time, right. I get that.
While y'all celebrating birthdays, 35 birthday, 78 birthday, mother 78 birthday. Can't be born 78 damn times. You can only come out of the womb one time. And then you go on to live. And who the hell said you was a month old when you came out the womb? From my understanding, you start your month that trimester. And when you go on a doctor's appointment, they tell your wife, hey, she's 3 months pregnant. So the hell, when an 8-month pregnant baby that was 8 months, 2 weeks old, go back to 1 day. Because they been lying. They been lying.
I get it.
They took.
I think she's
watch
ready to go.
This. No, she not.
No? Okay.
She ready.
Just
to
ready.
go. Why?
That was a bar.
Because they took.
I like that one.
9 months from you.
Mm.
And then they said 1, 2, 3, 4. Every month. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many numbers you got in your social, brother?
Got 9.
He cooking.
Speak hate over that apple, right? You will see it decay. Put a copper pyramid over it. You can make it yourself. A small copper pyramid over it, and it will literally take away all of those negative vibrations you spoke on it, and it will regenerate that apple. And that's why now a lot of people in India and a lot of people in the eastern countries are now, when they get fruits, they put them in copper pyramid fruit baskets now, because your fruit lasts weeks longer than what it would usually do before it go through oxidation and spoil.
That's, man.
I sleep under a copper bed. I got a copper pyramid over my bed. I sleep under a copper pyramid.
Wow. So you're saying just like in our day-to-day lives, if we put copper around us, it can help heal us too.
Oh, definitely. Copper cleans your blood when it's on your skin.
Oh, wow.
Yes, copper cleans your blood when it's on your skin. Copper is used as a semiconductor of electricity. Copper brings up your resonant frequencies and your vibratory hertz. But when you structure it in a geometrical, sacred geometry shape, though, it does even amazing things. Especially when you put a peak on it. Now it acts as a dipole antenna. And you literally get to connect with the melanin and the ether, or what you would call plasma in the cosmos. And this will help you heal too. I have something called a biocharger inside of my clinic. And it does the same thing, where it gives you this electricity, this plasma to come out. You can feel it come from the scan, man. People walking out there, their blood is flowing properly. Their blood pressure go down. Blood sugar regulates itself. I mean, it's amazing. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's beyond food and it's beyond herbs.
Right.
We getting down to physics now. We started talking about the vibrant resonant frequencies of things. We're talking about sound healing, like sound. I got a sound bowl you can sit in. I got one you can sit in.
That's crazy.
When you take herbs, you just taking on the actual sound fingerprint of the herb. It's called electrical biochemistry resonant frequency of the herbs. When you eat certain foods, these foods have minerals in them. They have aromatic amino acids. Guess what they give off? Light and sound. We talk about chemicals, cations, anions. It's a vibratory resonant frequency in a millihertz and a nanohertz that go with it. We talk about sound. We talk about the sun and its different rays. Where we talk about nanometers. We talk about ultraviolet A, ultraviolet B. We talk about near infrared. We talk about infrared. This is talking about a spectrum. The spectrum is a vibrational frequency which creates sound.
Well, now we know why Taylor Farms didn't want their name in the news and why the federal government was so quick to say, oh, it was an accident. It was a false positive. Look here, folks. Slave labor. They've got a Department of Corrections contract in Arizona where they're paying inmates $1.25 an hour. But guess what? The Department of Corrections in Arizona, they're getting $4.75 per person per hour. Folks, you can't make this shit up. This is slave labor. If you've never been in jail, you have no idea what I'm about to tell you. You will do anything to get out of that place. And you will do anything to get commissary money because they feed you food that is not fit for human consumption. I'm just going to lay this out right away. Taylor Farms, I will never buy another one of your products ever again. I mean, look at this, folks. Look at this. And tell me this doesn't look like modern day slavery. I'm over it.
Welcome to part 2 of men in Hollywood who like to wear pearl necklaces. It seems some of you in the comment section just didn't get my hints. Well, this video will be much more straightforward. And again, it very well could be just a fashion trend. But if we know anything about Hollywood, there's a deeper meaning behind everything that they do. Number 1, Jason Momoa. Another one would be Justin Timberlake. And he wears them well, I'd say. Shockingly enough, Travis Scott, who really likes pearls exploding all over his head. Bad Bunny, he likes them small, medium, kind of giving a yummy video vibe. Or again, just drizzled all over his face. Another one would be Lil Nas X. And let me tell you this, you couldn't get any more obvious, in my opinion. There are so many signs with this one. It's like some of you need a legit history lesson or something. R.I.P. to the old Sam Smith, who these days likes to have pearls dangling from his ears. And again, guys, there were many, many signs. Another one would be Steven Tyler, who in 2026 is America's most favorite grandma. And shockingly enough, another one would be Youngblood. And with the images that I have discovered of him online, I would say that this one is obvious, and I couldn't imagine what he has gone through in this industry. And also, what are the odds of this? Youngblood is 28 and Steven Tyler is 78. What is going on here? Sadly enough, another one would be Post Malone. Seeing as where he started, I always kind of wondered how he ended up where he's at today. Haven't you? Some more would be Dennis Rodman, Tyler, the Creator, Little Uzi Vert, who just splatters them from head to toe, it seems, and of course, Lil Wayne. Drake would be another one, but I have to be honest, when I saw him in pigtails, it all started to make sense to me. Doesn't it to you? Kanye West, and Juice WRLD, which is pretty right in your face to me, and literally at that, as he had pearls dripping from his tongue. And again, as I stated before, it could be nothing, but why do we have articles lasting from 2020 to 2026? It's almost like the media really wants young men to hop on this trend. And they do tell you over and over again in articles who their targets are and why. But are you listening? Or maybe it's that they
She ain't let nobody slide, huh?
Did you know that you could be sitting at your desk or eating dinner with your family, and then all of a sudden your brain sort of like misfires and then triggers an episode of transit global amnesia, and you completely forget who the person sitting across from you is, or what year it is, or what your name is, or where you live, or what you do for a living, but you'll still like know how to drive a car? Yeah, and this can be triggered by a plethora of things, but it doesn't have to be triggered by like any sort of seizure or brain injury or concussion. Like, it can just happen, and victims usually end up in like this horrific loop of just not knowing anything and asking the same questions over and over and over again. like every couple of minutes. And this can happen to you or me. This is a very scary phenomenon, but it's okay because it probably won't happen. I don't know for sure. I'm not a doctor. Come and go in waves and like episodes. Oh, and your brain completely wipes away the ability to like create new memories as well as recall old ones. So that's what I learned today. Goodbye at the end. Ask a doctor if you're concerned.
It's damn near like every time she pop on the screen with a clip, she teach me some shit I didn't know. I appreciate her though. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we come with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well, and when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you watching ETV, whatever the case is. Wish you was smooth 7. Don't forget to hype and share the video. I love y'all Collective. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my count. Sheesh, at the amount.